Alright, here it is. I actually downloaded OBS for this shit. Never really made a video.
Did you have all your tabs ready, bro?
I haven't even gotten the tabs ready yet, but you know what? We're gonna YOLO this shit, okay? This is the guy. No hate on him. Whatever. Anyway, so the new Volibear rework. It's actually like I'm hyperventilating from how bad it is, and this LUTZ guy is just completely ignoring it and defending this rework that he made. And I know they're proud of it and is so happy and it's so good looking. It looks freaking dope, but it's shitty. Okay? So shitty. I'm so malding right now. Anyway, let me open up a game that I just did to show you how bad it is. Okay? Now, it's against Vayne. Whatever. We know Vayne is a counter, it's a volley. But just to show you what the hell has been going on. And with how bad this character is, okay? We're gonna go here. Oh, hold on. Okay. No, I think he's already done it once. He's done it once already, yeah. Okay. This is me. Fucking stupid ass replay. Alright. Look at the Q. Reset. I press Q again. It goes off cooldown. Go back 15 seconds. Let's look at it again. Okay. We're looking at volley. I'm like, this is going to work. I'm going to get knocked back. It's going to get reset, which it does. And then it goes back in cooldown instantly. Vayne didn't get stunned. And I didn't get to run at her again. It all happens because of this stupid shit where while he's starting his animation, if he gets stunned while starting it, look, he's going to start it, stunned, it just cancels. And then again, we'll do it, I think it's here. I did it again, hold on. Again, I don't make videos. It is what it is. No, this one, he lets me stun him. I guess he felt bad. There it is, okay. Again. I run at him. Okay. Here it is. Okay, and it goes off cooldown. He knocks me back. The Q cooldown gets reset. He starts and then it goes off. What is going on? Why is this like... I get the Q reset. That would have been so perfect with the old Q. But it's complete dog shit now. Look at this. What the fuck? The champ is absolute shit. Now, say if it was the old volley, right? Let's just put this in perspective. Because LUTZ is saying that volley is now a much better 1v1 champion than he used to be. Okay? He's not meant for 5v5 team fights. If you go into a team fight, most likely you're going to die. He's supposed to be... What did he say, Max? By the way, Max is here. Max, what did he say he's supposed to be built as? A juggernaut? What?
I think he said like a hybrid between a juggernaut and a vanguard. I feel like he's just not...
He's not doing
roles at all.
None of them. Okay? Old volley. This is what's going to happen. Okay? This is the exact scenario. We're almost there, okay? And this guy doesn't play Vayne. He's a support main.
Yeah, that's the first time I've played Vayne.
I'm a diamond volley. Okay, old volley. Here we go. Vayne is gonna walk up a little bit. I'm gonna act like I'm CSing. Vayne's gonna feel comfortable, walk up, and I'll run at her. See that? Okay, old volley. I would have E'd right here. Boom. E. She would have been stunned and knocked up for a second. Boom. I would have flipped her right there. Okay. Flipped her easily. Okay. Say after the flip, she fucking knocks me back. Okay. Why couldn't you put the jump on the R with this volley? Okay? Now, I know I can't kill him because my fucking Q right now just got reset for absolutely no reason. Yet, every Twitter post I put with LUTZ, it's like it's condescending almost. You don't know what you're talking about. They're still learning. Still like stuff coming up with Volibear. He's a completely shitty champ right now. There's nothing good about him. Okay? Old volley would have flipped her after the E, double hit her, and then fucking W'd. Okay? Even with her knocking back and everything, I could have sustained and killed her right then and there. Because she fucking overstepped her boundary. I don't understand. Like, I swear, I was so hyped for this. I was one of the people hyped for this fucking game. Now, let's go to something else. Because I started playing Silas now. Because Volibear is complete shit. In my mind, I was like, oh, I'm going to learn other champs. Because when Volley comes out, he's going to be banned for the first week or two. Because everybody's going to, you know, he's going to be too broken. People don't know how to counter him yet. So I started learning other champs. Wrong. This guy is never banned and barely picked because he's complete shit. Now, where was it at? Just to show you, he's much better at sticking to champs, okay? Well, all right, whatever. We'll find this out right now. I think it's right here, I think. Should be in top lane. Nope, it's after this. Right here. Okay. Yes, before anybody says anything, yes, the volley did overcommit. But let's pause real quickly, okay? Let's see items he has, and that way you guys could know, okay? He has fucking press tab. Move the shit out of the way. Whatever. How do you do it, Max? How do you bring up the items?
I think tab usually. It's not working.
It's not working. Oh wait, okay. I had enter. Okay, hold on. Pause it. Tab. Tab. Okay. He has Tiamat, Stinger, and Executioners. Now I know people are thinking like, okay, he's not tanky enough. Whatever. I have Hextech Proto and Lost Chapter. I have an item advantage. That's cool. But I'm gonna run into this fight against Volley. His Ignite is gonna be up, and his ulti is up. I have nothing up. I can't get the ult from him. All I have is WQE. In my mind, I'm like, I've played this champion long enough to know that Volley is complete shit. He can't do nothing. Any Volibear main knows that what I'm about to do, especially with Ignite and ulti, would never have happened before rework. Here we go. Let's watch it, okay? Look how fucking ballsy I am as Silas. Look at my point of view. And this is supposed. Look, I'm just gonna walk up to him with minions, with nothing. I'm just gonna start fighting him. Okay? He stuns me in it, gets his shield, gets the first W proc. Yes, I almost die. The point is, how is he sticking onto me? Where is it at? He probably outplayed it. Let's just say he outplayed it. Let's say he misplayed. Let's say he misplayed. Okay? Whatever, he misplayed. Now, old Volley. Say this fight happened again with old Volley. Okay? Here we go. Old Volley. My mindset right now. This motherfucker's too close to me. Okay? Oh, did he just Q? Okay. This is old Volley right now. I'm gonna Q into him right here. Q into him, flip, start my ulti instantly. Auto attack, auto attack. Okay, I'm gonna wait to see if he uses the E with old Volley. If I use the E, boom, I would have pressed E right there. And I know a lot of people are saying, shit's happening too fast, but a good Volley would know that you can cancel a Silas first dash easily. Come on, Ignite and second bite. Bro, he looks cool.
I think the big thing about this clip is like he landed everything there perfectly. He got like that AoE.
The AoE stun.
The ult on you.
And I'm just able to walk and with Ignite on me. Come on. And he hit level 11. That means he was higher in level. He had Tiamat, so he had a lot of damage. He had Stinger, so he definitely had CDR and he had attack speed. What else do you need to see? I used nothing. I just kited him away. And I'm pretty sure he was freaking pissed.
You didn't kite him away. You just walked
I just walked away.
That's fucked up.
Like, what the fuck? How is this sticking better? When I told Riot LUTZ, I was like, the champion doesn't stick enough like the old one. No, I gotta find what he said because it was on I think Twitter. Twitter. Was it Twitter or was it? I think it was Twitter. Okay. Okay, first of all, Volley has 3 defensive tools: E, W2, and R. The E shield is complete shit. Let's just throw that out there. I know you want everybody to predict what's going to happen in the future. I know you want people to, like, kind of, you know, start queuing and throw the E behind them, forcing them into it. But he's so weak that anybody you do that to just fights you, and you lose the fight. And if you're not in the E, you lose it really hard. That's the biggest problem. Okay, hold on. Like I said,
He's like reading about LUTZ
Okay.
said, like a lot of the,
He's.
a lot of like the,
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What are you saying?
no, go ahead. I was just gonna say, like, a lot of like the sustain that Volibear is supposed to have is through his W, the second use of it. But it's like he's not sticky enough, and anybody with a brain fights him for like 3 or 4 seconds after he uses the first one, and then peels off. And like, there's nothing Volibear can do against that. He can't stay on that target.
Like I
He doesn't have
said
any,
that
like,
to him.
engage or anything. Yeah.
I said that to LUTZ. I was like, bro, like nobody's gonna stand around for you to just W the shit out of them constantly. He's like, well, if you're keeping them off the minion wave for 8 whole seconds, I think that's W doing a pretty good job. No, it's not, because it's on a 5-second cooldown. Any smart person would know that Volley's at 0% cooldown right now. I have 5 seconds after he does the first bite, where he's actually complete dog. I can stay around. Oh wait, I hit 1 or 2 minions. I'll back off for a second now, which it takes only 3 seconds after that, and it goes off. 3 seconds between the time your cooldown comes up and the time the mark goes away. That's 3 seconds only. Anyway, he's objectively less susceptible to being kited than he was before. 1200 range slow with comparable duration style strength to old E. Wrong. Wrong. The old E did crazy amount of damage when people dashed. It had a better slow, and it had a knock-up mechanic with it. So it's not comparable to the old E at all, and it was instant. A more reliable Q. As we saw in the beginning of this video, the Q is not reliable at all. This shit's complete shit. It's dog. It cancels all the time. If
Yeah,
you have your
don't-
Q, did you know if you have your Q active and you alt, the Q hits the first target that is close to you. Even if I'm clicking an AD carry and the support is next to me, even if I'm clicking the AD carry, Volibear will return and hit the support. That's a bug. They know about that. He's buggy as shit. And the reason why he's buggy is because they try to make him look so cool with all these crazy animations, which I really appreciate. It looks crazy, but the champion is just not there anymore. He's not. Like, every rework has kept some sort of, like, lore or some sort of just, like, something from the past. There is nothing. The only thing is his Q, which, like, it would have been amazing if you kept the old volley with the flip, with the E, with everything, but just added the reset to the Q, and instead of it just the R turning on, he did the jump. So, like, volley jumps to a location, and all of his attacks are electricity now. You don't even have to have the passive. The old passive was perfectly fine. There was nothing wrong with the old passive. Attack speed and health regen. You could survive much better than he does now, and you can fight for much longer. I know this, like, this. You're playing like freaking farm simulator now, because all you can do is farm in the jungle with Volley to be reliable. He's a very fast farmer. Other than that, he's complete shit everywhere. You go against a Nasus, which ramps up slow. As soon as Nasus hits 6, you're done. He heals all your damage with his Qs that come down every like 2 seconds. You're done, and he does way more damage than you. You go against a freaking Darius, forget about it. Like, there's not even a question about it. Go against a Maokai, you get out sustained and out damaged. There's nothing you can do. You try to get that second W, as soon as you walk towards him to even get it, he knocks you with his Q, knocks you back and slows you. And then he just walks up to you, does an auto attack, and heals him for like 17 million fucking health. And what are you gonna do? You're gonna throw a 2-second E? If the E didn't have that crazy looking animation of him putting his hand up, I was playing against the Vayne. The first time he got hit by the E, He got hit by it, but he figured out like, oh, when Volibear puts his hand up in the sky, the E is coming. Let me predict. It's so easy to predict, and you're just like ignoring it. Anyway, uh, the damage of the new W is so low. The heal at mid game is pathetic. I'd hardly call it pathetic. I healed for 15 to 20,000 during an average jungle game. Jungle. Like, dude, please. You're hitting non-moving targets that will let you just W over and over again. Play him in top. I see the strength, and then I see the strength in jungle, but I think he's asking for top lane. His new kit makes him like a better Shiv in jungle with clearing really fast plus sustain. But it's his top that lacks, especially with the W. You only have 3 seconds between the cooldowns. Completely ignore that. As long as you pull, let me see. Well, again, I lost one day with the E back. I think the E. Okay. Like, why? I think the old E would make a great spell for a tanky support champion like Braum or Alistar. They're thinking about a new support, whatever. Dude, Volley fit that description. He was a pretty decent support if played correctly. He can peel people off. He can fight if there was fighting needed. The only problem was the Q, which would have been fixed if you just had the Q reset, and jumping on people if you just put the R on the old Volley and kept the stats the same. He's super squishy now. Feels like he has almost no CC. All right, so this is on his Twitter. Almost everybody's disagreeing with LUTZ, except for the 3 or 4 people that don't know shit about Volley. They played him once or twice, and then they're like, "Oh, all right, he's pretty good." Like, you guys are getting baited by this shit. Let me show you something. This is what you're getting baited by. Oh my God, Volibear. Okay, right. This is what you're getting baited by. Reworked Volley is a legit monster. Got a pentakill in my first game. Whew, it's fucking crazy. Woo! Amazing. Fucking Solo Renekton. Where is he? Yeah, he's the king of that shit. What the fuck? This rework is 100% too stupid. Reworked Volley is simply too OP. Let's see something.
His tank build seems pretty reasonable. That's what we're going to...
Okay, hold on.
I can only hear back doing some more League of Legends action. Playing some Volley Basil up in the top lane. I played this guy a few times now.
All right.
Overall, I feel like he's decent.
Right. Overall, I feel like he's decent. This is you guys getting baited by a shit freaking title, but the guy himself is saying how shitty the champion is. Decent. Fuck off with this shit, man. The champion is complete trash. Okay. Let's see. The Volibear, the relentless auto canceling. Not gonna play on how weak the Volibear is. I enjoy him in his current state. He has many weaknesses. Like, come on. But his move, his big attack is the worst I've seen, and his Q is buggy. His Q is buggy. His W is buggy. His shit is just complete. Like, it doesn't work. Okay. Where's the post that I made? Anyone know what's LUTZ complete route to build? This is the shit right here. I think LUTZ himself responded, right?
I think LUTZ is building Triforce 50s.
Triforce doesn't work, dude. He needs to stop telling people that it doesn't work on him. Like, it really doesn't. It's Triforce in its own. It's a great item. It works on everybody. So you can't really say build tanky Triforce because Volley is too weak to be a tank in any fucking sense. Like,
I think getting to a point to build Triforce too, it's like it's an expensive item. If you're going jungle and you're getting Cinder Hulk and then buying a 4,000 gold item, like,
it doesn't work, man. It doesn't work. This guy, like, respect to the people that made it, and I don't mean to like shit on the complete shitness of this damn fucking champ, but man, he got gimped, dude.
I don't know. His W and the second W seems like the bread and butter of the kit, but between the Q bugging and the E being like really hard to land, you
Extremely
basically
hard.
like you basically have this kit where like getting that second W is basically it's not gonna happen ever. They're
It's
either gonna wait that 3 second window and play outside of you, and then go back in, poke you before and after it, and then if you try to engage in them and you use your E, they're just gonna walk out of it or they're gonna miss it. 'Cause it's just such like a I don't know, it's too small of a window and it's too long of a time before it hits the ground even. You either need to make W a bigger area or a shorter time before it hits the ground or something that to help him get that W off to help him like fully engage onto somebody.
I've been spamming Volley Top for about 20 games over 4 days. I played him in Tier 2 Clash, which is like what gold plat, I guess. My thoughts on the
Yeah.
champ is that I absolutely enjoy playing him, enjoy his clip. However, he has some small problems that need some quality of life tuning. Firstly, the goddamn Q. I'm pretty sure they're gonna fix the Q or find out what spaghetti code happened. But the Q is absolute shit. Either make the Q actually stun when you're CC during the W is fine in my opinion as it hits hard. Wrong. W does not hit hard at all. There's shit. It's weak. It's weak early. It's weak mid game, and it's weak late game. And it barely fucking heals, especially once you start getting closer to that late game. But where did he put it? I gotta find it. Where did LUTZ put it? Man, I can't keep like. Volibear vein. Oh, all right. Let's try. Tell you on this one, if we take 5 steps if jungles early and it comes at even or outright rundown. This was also true during our internal testing throughout development. Okay, I'm pretty sure somebody's spamming, like, about how bad W is, and he's like, we won't be getting rid of the W mark mechanic. Silas has a W that heals the shit out of him on like a 3-second cooldown without having to apply anything. It's a dash. It's a gap closing heal that's on a much shorter cooldown than anything else. Why is it that Volley has to have a mechanic where he has to apply it twice? And he's a newer champ. You're trying to get him into the where all champions are now. Look at where the champions are now. Not one of them has to mark somebody to be able to heal off of them. They just do. Nasa's Q heals the shit out of him off of it, and it's just it doesn't. He doesn't. They don't have to be withered for the heal to happen. The Q just heals. He can Q 3 times on ult when he's ulted and get full health. And he'll Q 3 times before before Volibear fucking W's once or twice. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I think the only comparable thing is like Shen with his Q where he needs to drag it through them, but I mean with that there's no time to like the second you hit them with the Q you can go in on them. With a Volibear, you're basically locked into that time window now. Like you have to wait the 5 seconds and they know it's gonna be 5 seconds, and then you only have a 3-second window in which you have to make some kind of play and hit that other W. If the champion that you're facing, if the player that you're facing knows Volibear's kit at all, it's just so easy to counter.
It's so easy to
'Cause
whether you know him or
exactly
not.
when he's gonna go in.
Dude, Volibear's R has one of the highest base damage values in the game and one of the highest AD ratios in the game. You go AD Volibear in any game, you're getting one shot as soon as mid to late game happens. Doesn't matter. That shield is not doing shit for you. You're getting one shot. My opinion, to fix a W, if they're low enough, like how the old volley was, when they get lower, the W was much stronger. If they get below like 40 or 30%, Volibear gets enraged. He's always enraged or whatever the fuck it is, and his W always heals him and does more damage. His E fucking slows more. His Q makes it go faster. Like there's got to be some sort of mechanic that makes it so that he can like finish people off. Because he's definitely not a tank. You said it yourself. He can't. You can't jump into a 5v5 team fight. You're gonna just die. He can't 1v1 skirmish. I just showed you We were almost comparable in items. Yes, I had a proto belt, but I didn't even use it on him. He had cooldown reduction. I had cooldown reduction. He had damage. I had AP. So, and he had ulti and ignite. So that fight between me and him on my Silas is kind of the same. So I just don't understand what is volley. That's my question. What is volley right now? We're improving on. We're focusing on improving spell satisfaction first, and we'll make changes to the base stats if we need to. His base stats are complete shit. Sometimes you want to bite who you're currently attacking, especially right but are currently attacking another. Spell's range is significantly longer than volley, so it's possible you aren't attacking anyone and use auto attacking for attack for spell. And then range significantly longer. Appreciates. Where irks me is all the spreading of misinformation and sensational claims people feel free to make on the internet. I get that some folks are mad and they want to vent, but when you come to a public forum and start making false claims, let's see the context. People will see it and potentially believe it. It then makes my job a lot harder as a public figure because I have to weed through the junk to get the valuable player feedback. Where am I doing
I
it
think
wrong?
it's the next tab, 4th tab.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you for the update. I hope none of you take the feedback personal. May be constructive or not. People are just care about it. We know you guys do too. The buffs are the right step into a better balancing. It's the first step in a long fucking staircase. I'll tell you that much. Volibear's W has 325 range, 350 in R4, making it over 2 times longer range than almost any other melee attack in the game. Googly-eyed question marks. Bro, that W is very unreliable, man. Like, you probably played it with people. I'm talking from a top lane basis right now, okay? You made volley, you reworked him through like a jungle type of basis. Thing is, for jungle volley, first of all, your lane has to be winning so that you can be able to push it and dive it. Because if your lane is pushing so that you can dive his tower to shut it off or just to get a nice gank, especially if you can't just run and say it's, warded. Okay, like most high tier games are, Diamond Plus, they're going to be warded. So Volley's not going to just be able to run up and attack somebody. And yes, I know old Volley he was able to do that, but he also had the E, which was a ranged instant knock up / slow. And it was a very big radius that people, and I know you saying, oh, because I remember I said this to you, and you were like, here, let me, you know what? Notifications. Let me find it. All right, there it is. Boom. Okay. So I said that his E was such a good part of his kit because you can get close enough and people couldn't really, they didn't really know the range. And that's with a lot of people. Darius has that shit with his, I think his E pulls back, right, Max?
On what, the new one?
No, Darius, the E. He pulls people back with his E,
Yeah,
right?
I think it's his E, yeah.
Okay, so Darius has the same thing. People know the range, but a good Darius will go back and forth, and he sees that once you get into a perfect range, he'll pull you in. He's not going to just run at you. It's exactly the same thing I was trying to tell you here. Okay, so somebody said we're pushing some volume. Okay, if you ask me, the Q change is good. Well, the E change makes sense for a full tank build, which is not interesting. Whatever. Losing the CC on E makes Volley feel like an Udyr 2.0 since his Q became harder to connect, which is true. The E, made the Q connect much easier. How is Q harder to connect? He already has a range of 4 out of 5 MS than old Volley. He's ghosted. He has plus 25 auto attack and it resets on CC. Doesn't reset on CC all the time. Like 80% of the time, any kind of CC just breaks the Q, which is freaking frustrating. Anyway, the old E range that slowed and knocked people back up / for a second was actually really wide, and most people didn't know that. So running at someone with old Q and having that slow human reaction gave enough time to use an E. What I meant was pressing the Q and just getting that distance close enough that they can't react to run away from you, and then using the E to knock them up. That was the power behind the E before. So the slow human reaction gave enough time to use an E stun slow, which is, I called it a stun, but it's a knock up. for a second and connect on them easier. I keep hearing, and this is your reply, LUTZ. I keep hearing stuff like this. Enemies didn't know about X mechanic on Volibear, so I exploited it to win. Seems silly for a new visual graphics update to be balanced around the fact that the old champion was so underplayed that no one knew what he did, and the one tricks won because of it. First of all, visual graphics upgrade. This is not a visual graphics upgrade. This is the complete change to the champion, except for the Q, which is still running at people. But it's worse now because he doesn't flip. He just stuns for like literally a second, which by the time the animation is over, the stun is over. Either he stuns or it just gets canceled. Anyway, the E was much more than that. First of all, thank you for responding, replying to everything. You rock. Being nice here. But again, you sound very condescending. The old E was so much more complicated than that. Good volleys knew how to cancel Lee Sin. If you get queued by Lee Sin or your teammate gets queued by Lee Sin, I remember that every single fucking time. And ranked, getting to diamond promos within, all that shit. If my backline got fucking E'd or got queued by Lee Sin, I'd go and stand right in front of them. And as soon as I see Lee coming, I'll E him mid-air to stop the initiation. Same thing with Zach. Same thing with Jax. If he has his helicopter, as soon as he starts coming towards me, I'll E him. Same thing with Silas's E, which I just showed you right now. I just E'd and killed him. Not now, but earlier. I E'd and killed I didn't even kill him. I just kited the shit out of him until he killed himself. There's so much more. Tristana's jump. As soon as I saw the animation for the Tristana's jump, I'll press the E right after he gets off the floor, cancels it. I'm on Tristana now. Lucian's dash. I start running towards Lucian. As soon as I see the animation start for the E, I wait for that split second, cancel his dash. I'm on him. Vayne's dash or tumble. I'll run towards Vayne. As soon as she starts to tumble, I'll cancel her or flip her. Yes, she'll knock me back, and then she'll be able to kill me. But then again, if we had the R jump placed on the old volley, that would fix the whole thing. Yes, she'll still have her tumbles, but I wouldn't be in Uganda. Who else? There's so many champs that I stopped. Oh, forget about just champs. Talking about the damn blast cones. Like say you're in Baron, you put a ward and you see them on the blast cone trying to use it to jump in. You can literally stop them from jumping over. You can cancel the blast cone. As soon as they hit the blast cone while they're in the air, you use your E, you stop the jump. They're on the other side still. So much utility on that E, and he took it off for a 2-second, a crazy looking animation, which is dope looking. But everybody's gonna dodge it. Everybody that's not retarded, excuse my language, but everybody that's not dumb is gonna just dodge it. And if you get stunned or knocked back or slowed before you can get into it, because you want people to predict it, don't forget. So you got to throw it behind them and run at them. So if I throw it behind Nasus to start running at him and I get withered, guess what? I'm not getting in that E. People might say, "Oh, well, look at Echo. His is 3 seconds to ramp up." But Echo's is like double the size, and it stays there. It stays there, and it slows people in it until you get in it. And when you get in it, you get your shield. So like how is like literally Volibear has the weakest abilities that's combined from everybody else. The Echo Shield / slow, it's a much weaker version of it. Like what is there to like? I don't get what was the thought process. I don't understand the thought process on this. And people might say like, oh, you didn't really whatever. You don't know what you're talking about. I want to go. I wish I can go back farther. Hold on, let's do this. op.gg L-I. Is this it? Okay. This is my Smurf account. This is when I test Volley out. I've only played him 67 times on this. He's gold, but this is... I'm talking about... I'm going to see the normal games pre all this crazy bullshit and the games post. Okay? Alright, let me just go to ranked. Solo, and we'll do... When was the rework done?
I'm not sure.
Okay, this is it. Okay, this is the old Volley. Okay, wow. Okay, never mind. Fucking trash, win, loss, whatever. Anyway, the point is like, it's just like you can snowball hard and win very hard, even into late game. 28 minutes in, 26 minutes in, 22, 27, 30 minutes, 23 minutes, whatever. Okay. Let me go to my main. Maybe that's gonna be better. I know the main is even worse, but whatever. It is what it is. Never mind. There's a lot of wins on the main. Oh yeah, I'm just literally not playing volley because of the fact that I don't want to. Like, I need to learn another champ. He's gonna be banned supposedly. Where is it at? Okay, let's look at it. 279 games, ranked solo, 59% win rate, Diamond 4. Not the best player in the world. I know that for a fact. But I'm at like 700,000 mastery points. Pretty sure everybody knows the old gimmicks of volley, which is much better than what the new volley is. Okay? So all I'm saying, I know I'm ranting. I'm pissed as a motherfucker right now. This shit's so annoying. And it's the condescending. I know you're getting shit from a lot of people. But like, dude, I'm gonna put this out there. My submitted 700 mastery. Okay, I'm just gonna highlight a couple things. His Q needs to be fixed. There's a lot of bugs. This is my post, and I'm still molding how dumb he is. Because I'm just trying to love the champion, and it's just like, honestly, man, the condescending tone. I don't know if you're doing it on purpose, or maybe you just don't know that, but it just feels like you're saying like, oh, you guys are talking so much shit, like, doesn't matter what you say anymore. I'm gonna talk to the higher tier people, these people that are on like challenger players, these the higher end, masters, whatever. Dude, Cookie Man himself, he retweeted the fact let me see if I have it here still. Hold on.
I think it was up there. He passed it.
Cookie. Alright. Tweets and replies. Alright. This whole thread is so true. Cookie Man is one of the most known Volibear mains at Masters. Okay? Volley is so weird. He needs /1 HP and attack speed, mana, CDR, AP, and AD, which is completely fucking true. Right now, he needs everything, but he's lacking the scaling potential. He's okay. Set can get to you with his Q, just like Volley can. But guess what? His E pulls you back and potentially stuns you if there's somebody else next to you, or it slows you. And guess what again? His E can cancel Lucian Dash, Vayne Tumble, Tristana Jump. If timed perfectly, if you're that fucking good, you can stop at Lee Sin from getting to somebody with the E. His W does a crazy amount of fucking damage and shields the shit out of him instantly. He doesn't have to jump anywhere for it. He just has to point it at somebody and knock him back. And his R basically does what the Volley R does now. Now, it doesn't cancel turrets. It doesn't give him extra health. But Set is like naturally tanky as shit. Builds some tank items and he's much stronger than Volley. And in a late game, if Set throws a tank into the enemy team and is tower diving, he can still take 2, 3 tower shots, 4 tower shots before he feels like he's in any sort of danger. So late game, that Volibear ulti doesn't mean jack shit. Because most people are tower diving anyway late game. Am I wrong, Max?
Yeah.
They're tower diving anyway. Ornn can literally stay and take 20 to 30 tower shot hits with the same items that Volibear can take like 4 to 5 tower shot hits with. Why?
I don't know. I'm just confused on what LUTZ is like trying to build with this whole thing. Like, he's building this Infinity Force and
then one
boost,
tank
and like
item.
And one tank item. And it's like, at that point, you're going to be into like a 20 to 25 minutes, maybe later even, depending on how well you did. And
before
like
you become somewhat dependable.
Yeah.
You have to literally, your team has to wait 20 to 25 minutes before you can become a dependable damage dealer / person that doesn't instantly die. But you still die anyway.
Yeah, like with only Cinder Hulk, that's not going to keep you alive.
It's not going to keep... Dude, it's not. His W needs to work off of a different type of thing. I know you want to keep the mark. That mark is so dope. Not really, it's not. Let me not lie. I don't want to lie in this shit. The mark is complete shit. Okay, in a team fight, you're not gonna be able to stay on the same person. You're gonna completely die. In a regular fight, you're gonna get kited with Darius slow, Nasus wither, fucking Nard throwing his boomerang,
Vayne condemn,
Vayne condemn,
Jace knockback.
Dude, it's so much.
Like, yeah.
Like, there's
Quinn
nothing.
knockback. There's
Quinn,
just so many champs that
there's-
just completely neuter it.
Here, let's do this. Because I'm going to end the video soon. I don't know how long I've been recording. Again, I've never made any videos. But I'm just that annoyed, okay? Let's do this. Champions that completely fuck up Volibear's current, potential to stick on them, okay? Darius, he can W and walk away. Wukong, he can wait for you to start your Q animation and just walk away. Sorry, this is about sticking on champions, right? So you can W the first time on a Darius. Okay, say you're fighting. Say he doesn't want to get W'd again. He can pull you with his E, which kind of does like a little knockback, and then W you and walk away while you're like 70% slowed. Wukong, he can start fighting with you. He can go that invisible bullshit. I forget what it's called, Trickster, whatever it is.
Yeah,
and
W.
just walk away. And then he can start fighting you again, and 100% Wukong is beating the shit out of you in a 1v1. Maokai, you can W him if you want, but he's gonna out-sustain you. Doesn't really matter. But if he is losing, God forbid he is losing, which I don't think is gonna happen. He just knock you back with his Q. That was happening in
Well, I
front
think
of.
like the issue with Maokai is like you'll probably win a 1v1 against him, but it's like Maokai's just one of those champs where he can just sit in his tower, and like as Volibear, like you're not gonna be able to do anything. Yeah, sure, if the jungler comes, you might be able to tower dive with ult, but like he's still
But
a
it's a
champ. Like,
Maokai. You're
yeah,
not
it's
gonna
Maokai.
win
You don't
that.
really want to tower dive him still. Like his ult W Q like.
Okay,
It's a risky
Fiora.
thing to do.
Fiora
Counter,
she could
it.
counter your shit. The animation for the W is that long. It's crazy. The guy cocks his head back and shoots it forward. Renekton can just dash away twice, or he can stun you. Doesn't really matter. Mordekaiser, it's anybody's game. You still lose.
Might work against Lord.
It'll work against Mord, but you lose because he has so much more sustained damage than you. He has a shield that turns into a heal if he wanted to, but any good Mord, if you're just continuously fighting, won't happen. His Q damage is fucking bonkers, and his E lowers your defense stats, which you really don't have anyway in the first place. Garen, as soon as he gets slowed, he'll just Q and rock away from you because it removes all slows. So there's no sticking on Garen. Jax, good luck with Jax. Before you can beat the shit out of him, you can E him when he does his helicopter, and then after that, you can fuck him up. But right now, you can do the first Q, and then he'll start fighting you. And I've done this in higher fucking ranked games. You go for that second Q, his shit is up. He's killing you. He'll stun you and everything. Aatrox, you're not gonna. There's just too many knockups. You're not. Like, even if you Q repeatedly with him knocking you up, eventually it's just the mark is going to fall off and you lose against the Aatrox. Set is like the old volley versus the new. He just beats the shit out of you. Quinn, I mean, you go for the second, you're not going to be able to get the W. It's just not happening. She's ranged, and you go for her, she knocks you back, and she just runs away. Even if you have the second Q, when it resets, she'll just blind you. I just literally, it's kind of like a bull with that red towel. She'll just move to the left or right, and you don't know where the fuck you're running. Aurelia, like, she'll just stun you, jump around minions until the marker's gone. She'll have 5 stacks by the time that's over, and she'll beat the shit out of you. Teemo, Shitmo, doesn't fucking matter. You get the point. The point is, Volibear, literally, with Fiora, you can E when she uses her Q to knock her back up. You can bait the W without having to use your main damage, which is the W. So you can start Q, run towards her, but actually, run around her, act like you're running towards her, but just, dodge her fucking repose bullshit, flip her, and then you still have your W, which does a crazy good execution, that it did before. Renekton is kind of a skill matchup, but you can still knock him up with your E when he's doing his dash. And you can go toe to toe with Renekton. Again, skill matchup. Mordekaiser, it's kind of the same shit as now. Most likely, you know, like here's the thing, the CC was so good with Volibear before, because you can attack them, and I know right now they get flipped for that 1 second, but before, I mean, they get stunned for that 1 second, but before, with that flip max, they were in the air for that 1 second, so it kind of feels like it's the same, but it's just less
Yeah.
buggy, and you could do more shit because you can flip Titanic right away. It was like boom boom. Now it's like Q. You have to wait for the whole animation to go through before you can do Titanic.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't know how much LUTZ played Volibear before, but it's like he mentions about how people were taking advantage of a one-trick thing that like not many people knew of, and it's like his E was just such a unique ability. Like it had that instant, instant ability to stop somebody's dash or jump, and now it's like you've replaced it with an E that is honestly totally useless. Like
It really is, man.
ah, it's just
Like
garbage.
there's there's nothing you could do. There's nothing you could say about this volley that's any better than the old one.
I think like the intention of the E is to help you get that W, because it's like if you put it behind them, they have to run through it, and you're probably gonna hit them. But it's like it doesn't punish them enough if they do get hit by it. Like it should be this kind of thing where they have to choose either to walk through it, get hit by it, and get punished for that, or to turn back and have to take a second W from you. And it's like if you're facing Volibear, you can basically just it takes so long you can sometimes just dash through it, or even if it hits you, it doesn't really matter because you're still gonna have some kind of other ability to knock Volibear back or to dash through it or something else. Just takes too long to come down.
Anyway, in my opinion, new Volibear is shit. Um, I'm not saying bring back the old volley, but the old volley, yes, he had some bad things on him, like you know, sticking all the targets. That was the biggest issue. But man, dude, like this is something different, man. This is complete shit. And I know I'm ranting and I'm going on and on and on, but old volley with this Q and the jump from this R would have fixed everything. Like literally, he would have been played in LCS. I guarantee you. I don't care what anybody says. He would have been played in top tier games. But this volley, it's been a week, and what's his win rate at? Let's see.
Sorry?
It's been like a week. His win rate is 38% in top and 37% jungle. Like, dude. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Tick
I swear
rate.
it's just dropping and dropping.
It's now this is the top volleyballers right now, okay? 301 games. Loss, win, loss, win, win. Loss, win, loss, win, loss. A good amount of wins, pretty decent. Loss, like, oh, this is 10 days ago. Okay, let's see the
Yeah, before the rework.
look at before the rework. Win, win, loss, win, 3 losses, and then win, loss, win. It's no comparison, dude. Like, look how red this shit is. This is like he was a Crip, and he turned to a Blood. Swear to God, dude. Like, come on, man. There's just like there's nothing you can say. I like the Volibear rework. He says that, but if you look at his stream, he fucking hates it. Actually, Trick2G is just trying to make a YouTube video. He despises that shit. And Cookie Man, how to play reworked Volibear. Cookie Man, again, he's just going for the views. But look at his Twitter. Look at his fucking all that shit. He doesn't like. Nobody likes Volibear, dude. Please fix it. LUTZ. Okay, come on. Like we need a. I'm having a nervous breakdown here, bro. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you did watch, it's been a 49-minute fucking video of me ranting. Anyway, later.